Hello my friends and welcome! After a few years, I've sold the old car and I bought a new old car.
It's a 2010 Audi A3 with a 2-liter TDI engine developing 140 horsepower.
I have this car for a few years and it has some small electrical issues, so I will make a few short episodes to show you how I will fix them.
I will start this series with one of the most common problems of Audi A3s and other Volkswagen Audi group cars of this generation. The car has an electrical issue on the right side door. If I try to operate the window, it doesn't work. The hazard warning lights are on, but all the lights on the right door are off. Electric mirror, central locking, nothing works on this door. So what's the next step? If you own a VW Audi group car, I encourage you to buy a VCDS diagnostic tool. Even a cheap one, it's very useful. I'll start a complete scan for faults. Yeah, that's not a good sign. I will fast forward the scanning process. Let's check some of these faults. Door control module, right side. Another module on the right side. So what's the most common problem that can cause all these faults? It's the door wiring harness. Let's check it out. First you need to squeeze this protective cover from both sides and pull it out. And what do we have here? A lot of broken wires, including the thick red one, which is the positive wire for the entire door. To have access to the wiring harness, I need to dismantle the door panel. I need the T25 Torx screwdriver for this. The panel is held in position with 3 screws. The third screw is hiding under the panel. There are a few more clips around the panel. I just need to unplug them. Now I can lift the panel, but be careful, you need to disconnect the cable from the door handle. And we have one more connector to unplug. Now the harness connector. It's a little difficult to unplug it while filming it. There we go. This is the small clamp that holds the connector in position. You need to squeeze it and unplug the connector. If you need to work on the left door, it's easier to unplug it, because the clamp is located towards you. I need to remove this speaker driver. Something is wrong here. It looks like the speaker membrane is stuck, but this problem is for another episode. I will use a T20 Torx screwdriver to remove the speaker. Now with the speaker driver removed and with the window up, I have more access to the door harness. The protective rubber sleeve is fixed to the door here. Inside the door it has this oval plastic frame with 4 clips. It's quite difficult, but in the end I managed to squeeze a few of those clips and remove the frame from the door. The harness is fixed to the door with another small white clip. I just need to squeeze it and push it inside. And now I can pull out a big chunk of this harness, so I can have a better access to the wires. This is the oval frame from inside the door. You need to bend a few of those clips with some pliers or with your fingers, so you can push the frame out. I will use a piece of wire to pull the protective sleeve away from the connector. Keep in mind that what I've shown you so far is the easy method. The more complicated method is to remove the entire wiring harness from the door, repair or replace it, and then install it back inside the door. Now we have enough access to repair the wires. Some wires are completely broken, others only have the insulation damaged. This is actually the source of the problem. Over the years, especially in winter, the wire insulation becomes brittle. When you open and close the door, these wires are twisted, not bent. And after 10 or 15 years of use and thousands of cycles, the brittle insulation gives up. This creates a weak point where the copper wire will also break after a few more twists. It's not enough to solder the wires at the same breaking point, because in the near future they will break again. I will cut a piece of the wires where the insulation is already weakened. And I will replace it with a piece of new flexible wire. The copper wires must be cleaned very well, because they are most likely oxidized. I will also use a lot of rosin on these old wires. My ugly and powerful soldering gun is made for this job. Make sure you don't leave any cold joints. The solder joints will be insulated with heat shrink tubes. Now I will solder the other end of the wire. And I will finish the job with my cheap heat gun. The first wire is finished, I have 3 more to go. As a precaution, don't cut all the wires in the same spot. Cut each piece of wire a little shorter or longer. This is a piece of nice and flexible thick wire. The repair process is similar for all wires. The difference is that some wires are thicker and will take longer to solder. And this is how it should look in the end. All the damaged parts are replaced with new flexible wires. The old tape cannot be glued anymore, so I will just tighten it over the wires and cover it with a piece of electrical tape from front to back. And now I can install everything back in reverse order. My beautiful nose is blessing this work. I will install back the broken speaker for now. Let's check the electric window. Hey, it's working! The last connector is for the door buttons. And we also need to connect the cable for the door handle. Fix the door panel in position with all the clips. And we have another cameo of my beautiful nose. Let's test it. Door lock, lights, electric window, everything works now, except the speaker, but that's an unrelated issue. There is only one thing left to do: clear all the fault codes. And I want to be sure none of the codes come back on. So I will start the engine, open and close the right door to activate all the micro switches inside, and redo a complete scan. And after 2 minutes I get this wonderful result. This is how I like to see my car. If your door wires are still okay and you want to prolong their lifespan, I suggest you don't use the car door like this. Avoid fully opening the doors, especially in winter.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, because I will upload more videos with this car. I'll see you soon. Bye!